What's good, y'all? Today I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about all the perks in a tier list. And before we get started, I'd just quickly like to ask you guys to subscribe because only like 2% of you guys are subscribed. And it's free and it helps out the channel a lot. I'm trying to hit 5K to get that content creator role in the Discord of every server I can get into, which means a lot more content for y'all. I'm also doing a 500 clan spins giveaway in my Discord. I might do some other things as well when I get my hand on some more gems. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, go down and join the description, subscribe and like because that is a requirement. Just saying. And let's get into it. And I'm going to start off with all the basic necessities like durability, and this should be obvious that I can't really like judging skills, right? Is subjective as hell because depending on your build this can change, but like things like durability and damage, right, these things are not negotiable. Like these two things are non-negotiable. Any build needs them. They are a solid A tier, maybe even S tier, but not quite S tier. I wouldn't say S tier is for like OP skills. Now, I won't be covering clan-related skills like family skills. That will be included in the family discussion later I will have as well. But for now, these are just pure skills other than Titan Shifting that I've included here, which is obviously going to go in S tier. Let's be for real. It's Titan Shifting. It's just crazy, bruh. Titan Shifting is just, it is what it is. But yeah, durability, damage, solid high A tier, if not low S. Every build needs them. I would argue the same with damage. Damage reduction and health kind of share the same place, but I would say damage reduction is actually S tier and health is A tier. And I will give you my reasoning as to why. Let me actually find where health is. There we go. I would say that health is like less of a priority than, oh no, more of a priority than durability, but less of a than damage. And why I think that damage reduction is so good is because that, here's the thing, right? Most families have regenerative capabilities or regen. However, the more health you have, the regen doesn't really scale because it's not percent, it heals HP. So if you're tankier just by HP, those regen abilities won't heal you as much. So if you're something like Jaeger and you have more damage reduction, that damage reduction will then translate into you being tankier because you can heal more of that HP back while taking less damage. If you're catching on to what I'm saying. If not, I can explain it in the Discord if you join. After that we have, what do we, oh yeah, crit chance and crit damage. I'd say these are definitely more important than durability, but I wouldn't say you should put them over health, because I feel like health is still more important than these. Like damage and damage reduction is genuinely like better than damage in my opinion, or they might be actually this. Actually, no, damage is S tier as well. Like they're pretty much interchangeable. Like these are necessary in any build. You can substitute this for health, but as I said, it can work, but only on like Ackerman and something like that. Even on Ackerman, you still want to have more damage reduction since band-aids heal you more there. And now I think, nope, there's also cooldown reduction. This is obviously an S tier. I don't really need to tell you why. More cooldown reduction, but is just better. Health regen is definitely the highest of A tier that I can think of. Injury chance reduction is, preventive matters are good, but at the same time, I won't really put it in the same thing as like durability or health, because this is just a chance. Here's the thing, like if it's just a chance, I don't really go well with chances. Like you shouldn't gamble with chances. Swing duration is also B, like it's B tier, is useful. You swing longer, sure, you have more chance to hit them, but an experienced player won't really need this. More like as they will need these. Control, definitely important, around the same level as durability is. You need control to be able to pull off like orbiting and things like that. Now I'll go into things that you just don't need. I'll actually add a tier below. Add a row. No, not above. Whatever. I'll just move it down. And I'll name it unnecessary. I can't fucking spell today. Unnecessary. So then things like bloodlust. This is just unnecessary. You don't need bloodlust, in my opinion. Like, you'll do just fine without it. At least in the current state of the game, there's not really much use for it. Like, you would, like, realistically, you won't have much use for Bloodlust. Like 5% damage after you kill a Titan, like that's not useful. You need something before you kill a Titan. Now, something like Momentum is actually a B tier because it can be useful to get away from situations because it gives you speed instead of damage. It's good for speed running as well, which Bloodlust isn't. So it's just overall just a B. It can be useful. It can get you out of situations. It's good for speed running. However, Bloodlust is just, why does it even exist type B? Like, you don't need it at all. It's just unnecessary. Now I'll move on to Survivalist. Survivalist is definitely B tier. Long, somewhere along here as well. Yeah, it just basically makes it so you can escape grips quicker. But it, like, if you have a full build, you should have countermeasures along the lines of like hardy counter, or hand gripper, hardy counter, like things like that to just get out of them normally. Now I'll move on to just bandages, and bandages are pretty like high B tier. Like, normal bandages are good, but they're better than injury prevention because they can heal some of your injuries, but they can't really heal all of the injuries. Now, emergency relocation is a D tier. It's not like this. Like, this is just unnecessary. This is just bad. I really don't have any idea why you would sacrifice that much health for that low of that, like, it just switches, like, let me go read it real quick, because actually, no, I'm not gonna go read it. I'm pretty sure what it does is it just switches, like, a injury onto a different part of your body, but it takes 30% of your health as well, and then it gives you damage. But at the same time, this is unnecessary, unless you're trying to do some, like, crazy shit, do like 2 million damage a hit or some shit. Who knows? This might become useful, but until that day ever exists, it's not gonna be that good. And now we're on to the S. I'm gonna just include this really quickly. I'm gonna just say Lethal Tempo is definitely S tier. It's like really easy to use, no skill involved. You just click a button 3 times, die, boom, just like that. It's a very noob friendly skill. It's an S tier skill in my opinion. It's just extremely fucking good. You can't really argue with it in that regard. Now, Rising Slash and Drill Thrust kind of inhibit the same, like, top A tier levels of ability. Actually, I would say Drill Thrust is better than Torrential Steel, because Torrential Steel is harder to control than Drill Thrust by a mile. I've actually, like, when you use it, you can notice, like Torrential Steel is way harder to control than Drill Thrust, even though it lasts a bit longer. So yeah, it's not really too great, if I'm being real. While Rising Slashes hits a lot more than both of these and can build up, like, Titan Bar. Rising Slashes is more useful in terms of building up Titan Bar, things like that. So if you're Ackerman, you probably want to go these because they might not lose you durability as much as, like, Swift Strike or Lethal Tempo does, because Lethal Tempo does guarantee a durability take each kill. But apart from that, there's not much more to it. Now we're moving on to the actually, more useful than Titan Shifting and more essential in my opinion are the perk slots. No matter what, like, at all, what you do, always take every perk slot that you can and you have access to. Perk slots are crazy. They're not really much better than other, though support has the least amount of useful things. But I would say defense over offense in there, and then support. But these are useful. Always, please, I'm begging you. Like, anytime you have the chance, take them. Always, never leave them out. Now, this skill right here is a C tier. It has iframes, but it's pretty much just a worse Rising Slash. Unless you're just trying to use it as an escape, in which case, I wouldn't really use a skill, like a hotbar slot for that. Now, on to the next one, Hardy Counter. This is just the elite level. This is, this is an S tier skill along with Lethal Tempo. It pretty much takes no skill. The second you get grabbed, you use it, you kill the Titan. That quick. It's pretty much just a better hand gripper. And on that note, I'll just put hand gripper on there because this, like, next to bandage somewhere, it just escapes them, and it can blind them as well. So it's definitely a useful skill, but I don't really have a point in it. Now, counter on the other hand is definitely A tier. While Rising Slash can get you out of a sticky situation where they might hit you, counter can quite literally say fuck all that and just reflect all that bullshit onto them, and then you can just get out and kill them after because they're crippled. So counter is definitely a very skillful but good thing. Now, Tough as Nails, unnecessary. Autodidact, also unnecessary as hell. I'm finna be real. Autodidact is just not that useful. Like, bro, Hold on, let's actually go to it real quick. Let's scroll down, just in case, just to make. Oh no, it's not in here. It's a defense, right? Auto deduct. Emergency relocation now lasts 15 seconds. It's just bad. It's not good. Same with super gut. Like both of these are super unnecessary. Super unnecessary. Like super guts, I think it's this one. Unnecessary. Like honestly, emergency relocation is just not necessary. You don't need it. Like I'll just put it in D tier. Like maybe this is C tier, but then auto deduct and making it last 20 seconds is just like, why? It's a bad skill. You shouldn't even have it in the first place, if I'm being real. Where did it even go? Yeah, down there. And I don't know why you would have it. Now, trained cadet, crisp little B tier. I might readjust these later because they might be in the wrong order. But yeah, actually no. Yeah, that seems right. Portable resupply, unnecessary. I'm gonna be real. It's just not necessary. Now, all the medic things, now I need to go actually, like, bro, there's so much shit. Now, Master Medic, this is definitely a good little B tier. It is very good, very nice, useful. It's just an overall good skill, nothing really bad to it. I think it allows you to heal more injuries or something like that as well. I'll just go through it really quickly. Advanced Medic. Yeah, you can now treat eye injuries and heal 35% speed. And then this is Portable Resupply. Master Medic. I don't even know which one is which at this point, bro. I'm so confused. Black Flare just, I think, gives you more damage, from what I remember. Black Flare. No, it's and deal more damage. Iron more vulnerable to critical hits. So basically, more crit chance and more damage. Right now, alright? Let's discuss this right now. All of these are just not that great, right? Unnecessary. But instead of putting them in just unnecessary and going, yeah, that's cool, buddy, let's go with that, I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna analyze every potential use in the future as well from here on of these and go through it like that. Now, Black Flare, solid little A tier skill. I can't even lie. Black Flare is definitely going to be good, especially with Omni range and everything like that, bro. If you're going to affect the whole map and just give everyone damage against Titans, will be crazy in raids, waves. Like, support skills will really shine once the updates come out. Now, Eye Gouge is unnecessary. If you're hitting them in the eye, you'll have enough damage to blind them anyway. You don't really need a critical hit, so it's unnecessary in my opinion. But yeah, it's just unnecessary. All adrenaline, ignore up to 2 injuries it's a good little B tier. It's definitely better than injury chance, but I wouldn't say it's better than just straight up hand gripper, because it can just like hand gripper quite literally just gets you out of it. I don't know why I put this below. It's definitely better than that, but it's not like fully on there. Apart from that, we also have these two, which are pretty much just the same thing, just recolored differently. Oh yeah, Red Flare as well, just a solid little B tier. It's not gonna be like Black Flare or anything like that. This makes the Nape hookable point unnecessary in my opinion. If you need it, go for it. It's gonna be like a C tier, but in my opinion, unnecessary. You don't need it, but most of the time you end up having to go for it anyway. But so I'll just put it in C tier. It's kind of good-ish. Now, this, I don't know, bro. It's definitely like unnecessary. You don't need like slowing Titan limb regeneration by 75%, especially when this does it 20% as well. If you go both of these, they pretty much never fucking regenerate their limbs. But it can be a detriment sometimes not. But most of the time, it's like both of these are unnecessary. You don't have to worry about them. You'll just get them like naturally going through the skill trees, because they're in the middle. They just plop down in the middle, so you're kind of forced to go them. But they are unnecessary, and just normal wise, they're like C tiers. They're not anything crazy. Yeah, I think this is acoustic shells. Yeah, this is just a good little C tier. Order advanced, definitely gonna be a good little slow A tier. Consider these right now, they're dog ass, hot garbage, right? But you also have to consider the future, you know, what might happen later down the line, and just things like that in general. So going through this, let's read from. I actually order rage. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be A tier. It's gonna have to be A tier, bro. If raids come out and support builds are actually necessary, I'm just saying, bro. We might have to lock the fuck in. This is also gonna be like a low A tier, and I don't actually know what that is. So I'll be right back. I'll do some research. I'll find out what that is real quick. Alright, I'm back. Due to, like, as you've seen, I've pretty much ignored support skills until now, and that's because I don't actually know what most of these things do. Like, that thing up there in A tier, I had to recheck just now what the fuck it did. It's just Master Medic, which, yeah, it makes sense why it's up there. It's an A tier, it can carry up to 3 bandages, heal you way more. On Rashawn Ackerman, could be real good. And this is just unnecessary. This is pretty much just like a refill. It's better than it, but like, it's not necessary. You shouldn't go for it. It's way down the line. Just go for cooldown. I'm gonna be really good. This is left side of support. Go right side of support. You want cooldown. Cooldown is real good. And now to readjust everything, let me also find out what that gear shift looking thing is. Yes, order advanced. Buff ODM speed and control. This is not gonna be better than medic in my opinion. Order rage is definitely still very good control. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say this is slightly better than that. No, actually. Yeah. I'll adjust these slightly, and that's pretty much it. This is the tier list, boys. We have done it. And forgive me if I got some things wrong. This is a big ass tier list. And yeah, this is pretty much my thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, see you guys next time.